So we're out here in rural Northeast Georgia, and we're going to be asking Trump supporters today, why are you voting for him?
Mr. Trump's faithful supporters see him in a very different light.
Please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated.
Everything Trump says with a grain of salt.
Like grab him by the
Yeah.
We want our freedom.
Do you think the AR-15s should be legal to fall in the hands of any civilian?
We're living in a fascist state. But they're going to pay for the wall.
Well, yes, I'm 100% in favor of aggressive deportation.
Donald Trump has so many criminal charges. You don't think Donald Trump's a racist? What about his charges of paying off a porn star?
Are you fact-checking me right in the middle of this?
And it is Trump country out here. And me as a journalist, well, I have a duty to remain neutral, but also, I want to ask some challenging questions so people can defend their choice. So let's go.
Donald Trump.
Why is that?
Well, the way I see it, Biden hadn't did nothing for us, and Trump did help some when he was in there, and I believe we'll have a better outcome if he gets in there, because I'm 65 years old and I'm disabled, and right now, everything went up. I can't even afford nowhere to rent. Want to be honest with you.
He has said smarter stuff.
What's something that's smart that he said that you like?
The welfare stuff. He should give that to people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the lower income I get a month, everybody's going up on the rent and everything. I just ain't never liked Biden, but Trump, I liked it when he was in there, and I couldn't see that. I think we can't be no worse off. Yeah. He's got to get better.
She hadn't done nothing in 4 years. She's not going to do nothing the next 4 years.
What was Trump's biggest achievement in his first 4 years in your eyes?
Everything was down. All the prices were down. Gas was $1.89. I could buy groceries for a whole week. Now $150 gets me like 2 or 3 days.
So the economy is the main issue.
Yes, the economy is awful now.
Now, a lot of people say Trump does a lot of tax cuts for the rich. So you strike me as more of a middle-class man, just like myself.
Yes.
So how do you think tax cuts for the rich will help the commoner?
It wasn't, but I don't think, I'm hoping that he don't do that.
Yeah.
But can't control it except for my vote. But we got to wait and see, and like the old saying goes, live and learn.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Kamala Harris is a Marcus. What she's done nothing for us for the last 3.5 years. She's done nothing but open the borders. She's let killers loose. When she was in California as the big honcho for, the courts, she's let all these immigrants come in. Where are they getting the money? That's from you and I.
Kamala also seems a little just conniving and sleazy to me. I don't feel like she can be trusted.
A lot of people criticize Trump because a lot of stuff he says is fact-checked as false.
So I feel like, his policy as far as, stopping the illegal passing of immigrants it's good.
Did you know that about 1 out of every 5, 20% estimated people in the entire workforce in the entire country is an immigrant?
I did not know that.
Yeah. You don't think Donald Trump's divisive, though? A lot of people say he's pretty divisive.
He can be divisive. He sure can. But who isn't? Really, in this world, who's not divisive? I'm divisive, too. Last time I voted for Biden. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted him to be president. I thought he was going to do some good this other term, but it didn't turn out like I expected it to.
You think Trump is a guy to unite or divide?
I think he's the guy to unite right now. I do. And I think generally speaking, most Americans believe in some of the same core values, freedom of speech, stuff like it. Would you not agree? Yeah, I think he's the common sense candidate right now.
They do say that Trump's tax cuts only benefit the rich and like the corporations. Yeah. Are you looking for help as a middle class woman with Trump's tax cuts?
Now all I see that's benefiting the past 4 years is the rich. They're the only ones I see getting richer, and we're getting poor.
But do you think we have a gun problem in this country?
No, I think we don't have enough to support the laws that we do have. I believe in the Second Amendment.
It seems like every couple months there's another school shooting. So, how do we stop that?
Well, we get more police. Yeah. Kamala Harris is cutting back on the police force. They're saying we don't need police. And she's telling us that the American people are ignorant or stupid.
What's the main thing you like about Trump?
Trump is the type president that speaks his word. He stops everybody from taking from the United States, which we all are Americans. And number two is, a lot of people who don't like. You're paying a lot of foreigners to come in when you got Americans out here struggling.
Do you believe in a federal abortion ban?
Yes, I think that abortion should be illegal. I don't believe that because a baby is coming and it's inconvenient that we should be allowed to kill the baby. So there are a lot of, extreme examples. If a woman gets pregnant because she's raped, you can still have the baby and give the baby up for adoption. It's very difficult for a woman to get pregnant while she's being raped, from everything I understand. If we're going to make a federal law against murder, that should extend to those people who have not yet been born, the most vulnerable of our entire society.
People in the comments, please fact check me, but I'm almost positive that just about every other developed first world country in the world, I'm pretty sure almost none of them, if not any of them, have a federal abortion ban. Fact check me if I'm wrong. So you think implementing a federal abortion ban in this country, do you think that would be a good precedent to set, and you don't think that that would be a little too conservative, perhaps?
Absolutely not about whether it would be too conservative. We left Europe for a reason. I mean, we didn't like Europe that much. If I wanted to be in Europe, I would be in Europe. If I wanted to be in a third world country, I'd be in a third world country. We could go there.
A lot of women don't support Trump because of some vile comments he's said in the past, kind of disrespecting women. Is that an issue for you?
No, because we all say things sometimes we don't mean. A lot of people nowadays don't like it when somebody tells the truth. They cannot stand the truth nowadays.
You don't think Trump's like a racist or anything?
If he is, he's putting it in your face. Would you rather a person that's going to be racist in your face than a person that stabs you in your back? Trump has a lot of black friends. How is he racist? Trump, he's helped black people. All these people that had no jobs when we had a pandemic, he gave you money to keep your life going on. She wants to take from everybody. She talking about she's going to lower taxes. Food went up. Taxes going up. But you're telling us what you're going to do, and you're in a position to do it now, and you're not. Who's going to believe you? Not me.
Donald Trump all day.
Donald Trump all day.
Why?
I think anyone with a brain really can tell that the most harmful ideologies are coming from the left right now. I think the modern Democrat Party is not what the Democrat Party used to be. A lot of communists and socialists and frankly Marxists are on the left right now. I think there are radicals on both sides, but generally people on the right are just talking sense.
Do you think Kamala Harris is a socialist?
No, I think she's a Marxist. I went on CP USA, Communist Party USA, to see what they stood for. Then I went to the Democrat Party website. There is no light at all between what the Communist Party believes in.
Like no difference, you mean?
That no difference whatsoever. The difference is the hammer and sickle, and it's red, and the donkey, and it's blue. That's the difference.
You as a veteran, you have combat experience?
Yes.
Do you think the AR-15s and like these assault rifles should be legal to fall in the hands of any civilian who passes a background check? Or do you think that these guns are kind of unnecessary for like hunting?
They're definitely unnecessary for hunting, but I see the world coming now. I'm going to have to protect what I have. Because I can see World War III coming along.
And that justifies the sale of assault rifles?
No, it doesn't justify assault rifles. I mean, no, you don't. I have a 308 for hunting, you know. It's a bolt action. I don't have an AR for hunting. That deer, if you don't hit him the first time, you don't need 15, 30 rounds to hit that deer. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
A lot of people don't like the fact that he's put in some Supreme Court justices. They've overturned Roe versus Wade. Certain states have banned the right to abortion. Do you think that's a problem?
Yeah, that's a problem. But you got to understand something. You got kids with guns in their hand shooting up schools. That's more of a problem than abortion. But are people focused on that? Nah, they focus on abortion. But then that take away from men's rights. They give all the right to the woman. If a female has the authority to end a child's life, isn't that murder? She doesn't suffer behind bars. But if she's in a relationship with a man or married to a man and she has a child and she don't want it, she has the authority to abort it. What about his decision?
Do you support Trump's stance on abortion?
I do. First of all, you know what you're doing when you lay down with somebody. You know how to protect yourself, and if you choose not to do that, then that's not that baby's fault. But I don't agree with the 36 weeks. She was born at 36 weeks, and she was fine. So I do not agree with that at all.
Donald Trump.
Why would you go for him?
I ain't no Democrat. I'm a Republican.
But why do you identify with being a Republican more?
People out color is not Democrat. I say that. We really Republicans. They don't want you to know that.
Is there anything you like about Trump?
He a businessman, and United States is a business. Kamala Harris, she a puppet. Well, both of them puppets. I mess with Donald Trump more because he a businessman, and we need money. He gave us money in 2020. Yeah, gave me some money.
And it's not a problem for you that Donald Trump has so many criminal charges against him? I think he's got like 27, 34 felonies, something like that.
I'm a convicted felon myself, so to be honest with you, nah, I don't think it makes you a bad person. I think everybody has an opportunity to straighten their life out. You need a second chance.
Is it a problem for you that Trump has so many like criminal charges against him and he's in and out of court?
Nope, not really. I think you have to take everything Trump says with a grain of salt.
Like grab him by the
Yeah, like that. I just think if you look at the footwork of both administrations, Trump just did a better job. Now, I'm not going to defend his speech. Sometimes I will admit he does talk out the ass. Excuse my language, but I will give you that for sure. But I just think the footwork was better under Trump.
You don't think Donald Trump's a racist?
Bro, everybody racist, bro. Everybody. That ain't everybody racist. You just gotta go with it.
So he's just another one.
Another one.
Now Trump, he's got a bunch of criminal charges against him. That ain't a problem to you? They're trying to throw him in jail. You don't think that's a problem for a presidential candidate?
It's good people in jail today, right now. I know people in jail right now, and they good people. They just had to do what they had to do, and that's that. He had to do what he had to do as a president.
The only chaos that really happened was the fake collusion thing that Democrats kept trying to do, which all turned out to be lies.
About what specifically?
They kept trying to pretend that there was some sort of Russian collusion and he was in bed with Putin and stuff like that, and none of that ended up being true.
There was, just following on that, there was a bunch of bot farms. Like they determined that a bunch of Russian farms and fake accounts did create a bunch of pro-far right propaganda and kind of like contributed to the political heating up of the country here in the United States. You know, you don't think Trump had anything to do with that?
Well, I have no idea about that, but everything that was actually brought on Donald Trump was found not to be true. Are you fact-checking me right in the middle of this? You're fact-checking me right now.
Hey guys, so just so you know, by the time you're watching this video, I've already come out here to Los Angeles, California, and I'm recording a similar video, but for Kamala Harris supporters. So I'm going to leave that right here. You guys want to click on it, you'll see that I'm always neutral, but I have challenging questions for people on both sides. So make sure and check that video out too. Now let's get back to Trump.
Yeah, I've never casted a vote in this country. And this year I would probably crawl over broken glass to vote for Donald Trump, just based on what I've seen on the left. I think transgenderism is something that we should be dealing with. I don't think it's compassionate to affirm somebody's delusion. I think it's a mental health problem. And I don't have any hate for those people. I just think they're in a constant state of self-perpetuated self-rejection. And I think we need to treat those people with compassion. That's all I got.
Donald Trump! Donald Trump?
Donald Trump!
Yeah, why is that?
Because I'm a Christian and I believe in Christian values, and Kamala does not stand for that.
Do you think Donald Trump's a Christian?
I do.
What about his charges of paying off a porn star?
I don't know. I don't believe in abortion or anything like that.
You mentioned you're a Christian. Do you think Donald Trump is a Christian?
That's above my pay grade.
If he gets elected, he will be engaging in the biggest deportation in history. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I'm 100% in favor of aggressive deportation. If it splits up families, those families should have known about that before they came. I don't think just because you're born in the United States, you should be considered an American citizen. That's not true anywhere else.
Donald Trump. I feel like he'll help make America great again.
What is the main part of America that needs making great again?
I'd say probably the borders and a lot of gas prices.
Lower the gas, baby.
Yes, sir.
So we can go on road trips.
Oh, yeah.
Panama City. Woo!
I'm voting for Trump.
Main reason why?
Under his presidential candidacy, we just had a better 4 years than what we had the last 4 years.
Guess what Sweden doesn't have?
What's that?
Open borders. And they have a very, very similar gene pool. The Swedish people are very similar to one another. So you can provide certain kind of medication, and if you have a vertical, you can do things much more efficiently if you're working all in one vertical. Does that make sense?
Same genes, same race type of thing?
There are certain races, certain ethnicities that get certain kinds of diseases. We have to be prepared for everything. And also, we have people coming, not paying anything, and getting lots of money. There's math involved here.
And Kamala, she's kind of like Joe Biden and doesn't really know what she's saying. She says that she's going to lower taxes, but I completely disagree with all of that. Yeah. She's not going to do that.
And who are you voting for?
I don't speak on politics. I agree with different things from different things, but I'm definitely not voting Kamala. She's kind of stupid.
Biden's giving all these billions of dollars to Ukraine.
Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions.
I feel sorry for him. I'm a veteran. I go to war. I've been to war 12 times. No.
You as a veteran, you don't believe in the American military-industrial complex?
That's a difficult question to answer, really.
I feel like the economy was a lot more stable, and we didn't really have, it almost seems like World War III is about to break out.
You know, underneath Trump's 4 years, there was, I think, roughly $8 trillion added to the federal deficit. Do you think Trump has any sort of blame for the inflation these days?
I mean, it's probably more Biden and Harris. I mean, it's hard to really say, but look, when Trump took office originally, gas prices were, what, $4 a gallon? He took off, they went down to $2. Biden takes over office, gas prices back into threes when they had been sitting in the two and change for years.
You think the 2020 election when Joe Biden won was fraudulent? Do you believe Trump when he says that?
I do believe that. Number two is everybody talking about his felonies. You got judges, you got lawyers, you even got doctors with felonies. Do anybody speak upon them? No, he has felonies. A lot of people in the world have felonies. But he's sitting there running for president to make your world great again. They want to stop that. That's because everybody look at, oh, he did this, he did that. But how many other people has done it that y'all swept under the rug? No one thinks about that. She's done dirt in her life too. Nobody talks about her being at puffy parties, and he's indicted right now. What did she do at these parties? Will she explain it, or will it come out when Puffy tells it?